Hello and welcome to LawSikho. Let's talk about the top 10 news developments for the day under 2 minutes for judiciary aspirants. And first of all, we talk about the national news. Now at the outset, we cover a development about the hosting of 28th edition of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference. Now please understand, India is going to be the host for the 28th edition of the Conference of Speakers and the Presiding Officers of Parliaments of Commonwealth. Now this conference is scheduled in January of next year, and this announcement was made by the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Now please understand, the focus for the conference is going to be how artificial intelligence and social media, it can be integrated with parliamentary processes. Moving on, now we talk about a very important defense related development, because India has gotten its first domestically made micro missile anti-drone system, which is called Bhargavastra. So the Indian Army tested its first domestically developed micro missile system. Now this is designed to tackle swarm drone threats at the Gopalpur seaward firing ranges. Moving on, now we talk about a joint military exercise, which is again a very important one. So the armed forces, they are currently conducting exercise Devil Strike. This is from 16th of Jan to 19th of Jan. Now this is conducted along the northern borders. Organized by the Indian Army, this exercise, it aims to enhance combat readiness through high intensity combat simulations. And the focus here is on high altitude terrains. This joint exercise, it involves the Indian Army, the Air Force and Special Forces, thereby emphasizing the synchronized responses to complex warfare situations or scenarios. Now let's talk about the prestigious Army Day Parade. So this was conducted for the very first time in Pune on 15th of January. Now the Indian Army also unveiled a promotional video for the parade at the International Film Festival in Goa. And this parade essentially commemorates the appointment of Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa as the first Commander-in-Chief from India in 1949. Now let's talk about APAAR ID. So India is soon going to have a unique identification number for all the schools under the National Education Policy of 2020. Now this is going to introduce the Automated Permanent Academic Register, Account Register, or APAAR, or One Nation, One ID. Now this ID will allow students and the teachers to track academic progress of the students. And lastly, for the national news, let's talk about the unveiling of a book on parliamentary privileges and rights. So the Vice President of India, Dhankhar, he launched Dr. K.S. Chauhan's book, which is called Parliament, Powers, Functions and Privileges, a Comparative Constitutional Perspective. Now this book, it highlights its importance in understanding the role of Parliament in a democracy. And with that, let's talk about the international news developments. So Tarun has been conferred the Honorary Citizenship of Singapore. Let's uncover some details about this important development. So the President of Singapore, he awarded the Honorary Citizen Award to Tarun, who is the former Director General of the Confederation of Indian Industry, for his significant contribution to the country's growth. Also, please understand, Mr. Das is the second to have gotten this honorary award after late Shri Ratan Tata ji. That's all we have for the day. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until I see you tomorrow.